As the lights went out at Brands Hatch, watch for the Aston Martin of Paul di Resta. It was a blistering start. He manages to put himself past Marco Wittmann, René Rast and Loic Duval. It was an extraordinary start, but there was damage on the Jake Dennis car. But it proved to be too good a start from Paul di Resta. He was adjudged to have jumped the start, and therefore the race order would not be as it seems on track. So Jake Dennis then picked up problems right at the start of the race as everyone jostled for position. Now this is why, because Timo Glock clattered into him, but in fairness, Timo Glock clattered into him because he'd been pushed by Danny Juncadella. So that was the end of Jake Dennis's race, home race for him at Brands Hatch, not even one lap completed. Now this is the evidence of the Paul di Resta jump start. It was literally a millisecond before the lights went out, but he did move before the lights went out. Therefore, he would pick up a 5-second penalty, a time second penalty. So when he comes in to take his mandatory pit stop, he has to stay in the penalty box for 5 seconds. And that would cost him dearly, truthfully. So a big battle was going on between René Rast and Loic Duval. René getting past the car of Loic Duval as he was quest to get further up the order continued. So René Rast, of course, the championship leader at this point in the race, was P4 and chasing Nico Müller, who's P2 in the Drivers' Championship, and Marco Wittmann, of course, in P3 in the Drivers' Championship.
Yes, confirmed.
So pit stops done and dusted. Marco Wittmann had stopped earlier than René Rast. René Rast stopped on the same lap as Loic Duval. So Marco Wittmann and Nico Müller both able to get by René Rast because Jamie Green ran wide off the exit of Paddock Hill Bend and into the gravel. And Nico Müller then all the way around the outside of René Rast. What a brilliant overtake that was from Nico Müller. So as they headed towards the GP part of the Brands Hatch circuit that the DTM run on, you could see that René Rast was desperately trying to generate some temperature into the tyres. Once you've taken your mandatory pit stop, you come back out onto the track on cold tyres. But once those tyres were up to temperature, Nico Müller would be something of a sitting duck for René Rast, and sure enough, on the GP part of the circuit, René Rast goes through and puts himself ahead of Nico Müller. Then the chase would be on to Marco Wittmann, who was leading the race. It shows P6 on the side of the René Rast car. That's because there were a number of drivers still to make their mandatory pit stops. But it was Marco Wittmann versus René Rast, and right towards the end of the race, René Rast, with slightly younger tyres than Marco Wittmann, was really beginning to reel him in. It became something of a last lap dash for cash. Was Rast going to be able to get past Marco Wittmann? Marco, of course, did not have DRS or push to pass available to him as he was the leading car. That gave something of an advantage to René Rast, but with one corner left to do, Marco Wittmann had done enough and he would head towards the checkered flag and take the win at Brands Hatch. Chased by René Rast, and then some distance behind would be Nico Müller. So Marco Wittmann then, a perfect qualifying and a perfect race pace means that in race 1 at Brands Hatch for 2019, Marco Wittmann is the winner.